Hi, this is Michael Williams, and welcome back to this little mini series that we're doing to help you, those of you that are working professionals, and you want to and you need to be able to perform well in high stakes situations, high pressure situations, important meetings, presentations, interviews, important conversations. You want and you need to be able to perform well, and you've been struggling with that and you're looking for solutions. So what I want to do is just briefly share with you some things that you can do based on what we just talked about in our previous video. So in this video, you and I are going to be talking about this. You know where you want to go. You know you want to be an excellent speaker. You know you want to be able to perform well in high pressure situations. However, watching videos, listening to audios, reading books simply hasn't gotten you there. Why not? Right? And what can you do about it? Well, the reason that just doing those things is probably not going to get you to where you go is because those are primarily what we call passive activities. They're passive activities. Now, yes, you can read actively and you can take notes, and that is excellent. And don't get me wrong, because I have thousands of videos, right? And thousands, even more audios. So that's an important step in the process, in your journey to improving your speech, to transforming your speech and your life. Watching videos, listening to audios, reading books, right? However, if that's all you do, you're probably not going to get there. Why? Because it's passive, and what you need is you need to be more proactive. Right? There's passive and there's active. You need to go a step beyond active and be proactive. Now, what exactly do I mean by proactive? What I mean is you take the information that you're learning in the videos and the audios, in the reading and so forth, and you consciously and consistently implement them in your daily activities, in your daily life. Let me say that again. These are all really important. So you take what you're learning, right, and you consciously, right, and consistently implement them in your daily activities, in your daily learning. So what's important here is that you must be conscious of where you are right now, right? So you're getting to know yourself, you're getting to know the way you currently speak, you're getting to know the way you currently respond and react in different situations, so you're more conscious of it. What often happens is people are unconscious of how they behave and how they respond, and so they're not able to change it. So in order to change a habit, or more accurately create a new habit, a new pattern, we must be conscious of the current pattern, right, in order to change it. So once you become conscious, aha, this is what I'm doing, this is the way I'm, this is what I'm thinking, this is how I'm feeling. Okay, now I want to replace that with this. You got to be conscious. We have to be consistent. It's all about repetition. So whatever it is that you need to change, so if you need to change the way you're thinking about your speaking situations, the way you're thinking about yourself, what you're telling yourself, are you talking to yourself in that moment, or are you not? Are you simply reverting back to thinking and feeling and doing whatever you usually do? Are you thinking just about the content, but not about the way you're delivering that content, right? That may be something that you have to do right now. Are you allowing yourself just to speak as fast as you want? Do you believe that you have to speak fast? That may be a false belief, right? All of these things. So what you have to do is you have to be conscious of those things, number one, right? Number two, we need to consistently replace what you're currently doing with something better, with something new and better. Right? Consistently replacing it with something new and better. And then we need to implement whatever that is, whatever you're replacing it with, we need to implement it consistently in your daily activities, right? You can't just read about it, watch it, listen to it. You can't just think about it. You can't just do it by yourself. You actually have to get out and implement it in real life situations, because you're going to experience certain pressures in a real life situation that you're not going to experience by yourself, right? So you have to get out and you have to practice under pressure. Practice under pressure means real life. I'll just give you an example. Some of you have heard me talk about this. But I've just been kind of messing around and learning Spanish over the last, I don't know, several years or whatever. And it's not been a high priority for me, so I don't feel bad that I'm not where I want to be, but I'm a lot further than what I used to be. And the reason that I can speak with you guys and have total understanding of how you feel, not only did I used to stutter in English, and obviously Spanish, stutter, stammer, block, all that kind of stuff, really bad for 20 some years, right? But now when I speak Spanish, I can have a tendency to experience some of the same things that you experience. Can't get the words out, can't know what I want to say, can't say it at the time, right? Sometimes make little faces, whoa, where did that come from? So, and not feeling as confident as I like I want to say something, can't say. So I know how that feels. Now I also know what to do, and I'm able to implement it, but I also know what it feels to know it, want to implement it, and can't implement it in that moment. So what do I do? Well, I implement the strategies that I'm sharing with you right now, right? So I'm first conscious of what I'm doing, how I'm feeling. How do I become conscious of it? Well, I actually have to go out and speak Spanish to people. That's the only way. And sometimes it's embarrassing because I can't say, but I have to do it because then I become conscious of, ooh, this is what I'm doing, this is what I'm not doing, this is what I'm thinking, this is what I'm feeling, this is what I'm not feeling, right? And then after this, okay, I don't want to do this, so what do I want to do? Well, I want to do this. I want to speak this way. I want to breathe this way, right? I want to have this kind of a rhythm. All right, now I need to consistently practice that. Well, I can practice it by myself, but I'm not going to experience the same pressure that I would when I'm talking to someone. So I have to go out and find and create situations where I'm speaking Spanish and I'm under the pressure. And then I'm able to practice and implement. And it doesn't happen immediately, right? It happens over a period of time. Does this make sense? So when you know what you want to do, you know you want to be able to speak well under pressure, and you know that, okay, watching and listening and reading isn't quite getting me there, then there's something else that I have to do. What must you do? Consciously, consistently implement the new behaviors under pressure in your daily life, right? That's absolutely critical that you do that. So, how do you know what to do? Well, what happens is, in some cases, you may not know what to do. And that's why when I'm working with my coaching clients, I'm actually able to personalize and focus their activity. So they have the self-study, so sometimes you know what to do, but I have to personalize and customize it for them. And we use something called the 80-20 rule. It's called the Pareto principle. And this principle says that roughly 20% of your activities, and it can be any number really, but it's saying a very small percentage of your activities can give you a very large percentage of your results. So what I've found with my own coaching clients is that there's one or two skills or techniques that they need to focus on, often it's one, that will give them 80 to 85 to 90% of their positive results. One or two. And they often don't know what the one or two is, and I am able to tell them. Okay, so it saves them months and years of time of spinning their wheels figuring out or feeling overwhelmed, because I'm able to pinpoint, to focus their activities on the one or two things that they need to do consciously and consistently. And there may be other things that they need to do, and we work on those things later, but what are the one or two things that they need to do right now that's going to give them the most results? So I'm able to help them focus on that, so it accelerates their progress. So one of the strategies that you want to include so in addition to understanding that, hey, I need to consciously and consistently implement whatever activities I need to do, whatever strategies, whatever tech, I need to consciously, consistently implement those in my daily activities, right? So the Pro 90 speech system will tell you, this is what you need to do. These are all the things that you need to do to transform your speech so that you can perform well under pressure. These are all the things you need to do. So if you buy into that, the fact that the Pro 90 speech system can tell you those things, can give you that, it's based on science, it's based on experience, it's just other people have done it outside of our system, right? We've just pulled it all together and it just works like a well-oiled machine when you implement it, right? If you work the system works. If you don't, then it doesn't. If you work parts of it, then it may or may not work. So if you buy into that, then it's a matter of you implementing it. And if you want to accelerate your progress, then you're going to want to know, what do I need to implement right now? And that's where you can save time and money and be able to take advantage of opportunities faster by having a coach, by working with someone one-on-one. When I'm working with my clients, there's times where they'll ask me a question or they'll be struggling with something, and I'll go, okay, this is what you need to do. And I'll think, there's no way they would have figured that out on their own. It's just, there's no way. I mean, I had to dig deep, and I've been doing this for years, right? For years, and experienced this myself, and I had to dig deep. There's no way they would have figured this out. Obviously, it's possible, but chances are they wouldn't have. So one of the strategies that you want to add on to what I just said is having a coach that can help you focus on those things that you need to consciously, consistently implement in your daily activity. And when you do that, what will happen is you'll more quickly be able to perform well in high stakes situations like meetings, interviews, presentations, whatever it is that you have. You'll be able to perform better when you have someone there that can guide you. All right, so I hope that this was helpful for you, and we'll see you in the next video.